Hi, Cancer. This is your career reading for April 1st through the 15th. I did a career reading for all 12 zodiac signs this month, so make sure you check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs too for additional insights. So let's go ahead and get started and see what the energy is surrounding your career and finances for the first 2 weeks of April. For Cancer, please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so out first here we have the short-eared owl, and it says inner peace and a sense of wonder are regained by immersing yourself in nature. So there's definitely like a sense of mystery here surrounding your work situation, but there's also this deep inner knowing of peace and serenity too. This is an energy, Cancer, of you seeing through whatever illusions are kind of out there, or this could also be taking like a bright perspective on things. You know, we're always confronted with seeing a glass half full or a glass half empty, and this is really a card of, you know, seeing things half full, so that's great. Then we have the bearded vulture, which came out reversed. It says, let outward deeds and words match your inner feelings. So Cancer, I think this is probably someone else's energy here, and the energy is in the reverse. So you might feel like there's some kind of, you know, vulture-y type energy around. Maybe you work with other people that are not seeing things so positively, and some people that maybe are, you know, not being as truthful, especially in terms of like things that they say. And it can always be a little bit difficult to be around that energy. So then we have the bird of paradise, which is display yourself to an advantage. This is no time for false modesty. So you're really being encouraged here in your career in the beginning of April to really put it out there, to let yourself show, and to not let anybody who's like in this vulture energy, you know, make you feel like you need to hide your gifts away, or just be more modest, because, you know, maybe you could be fearful about what people might say about that. Or, you know, sometimes when there's that energy around us, we're like, oh, we'll just go into hermit mode and kind of avoid that altogether. But it looks like you have no need to do that in the beginning of April. This is really a time for you to shine, Cancer. So then we also had the macaw that came out reverse, which says think laterally to solve a problem. So if you are encountering any kind of difficulties, you know, this card was in the reverse, so it might just take a new perspective. There's perspective coming up like a ton here. So yeah, if you're having a problem, maybe just think about it laterally, and that can help you. Then we have magic remains even while you ground yourself and be practical, which was also in the reverse with this ostrich here. So magic has also come up, I think, at least 2 times in your reading as well. So, you know, sometimes, I mean, I think that there really is magic and mystery surrounding you, Cancer, but it's in a really good and positive light. So sometimes when we're grounded or not a lot of movement is happening, we're like, oh, this feels so boring. But magic is always surrounding you, Cancer, and it looks like you can really manifest anything that you want this month. So we have the acorn woodpecker, and it says accumulate in times of plenty to assure abundance in times of scarcity. So this is just an encouragement to save some money right now. Perhaps you're going to have something come up that you are going to need to pay for, so just being wise with your finances. But more than just being wise, it's just like talking about saving something up. This also really is a more family card, as you can see in most of the other cards. I mean, there's a few where there's a partner or another person, you know, but not too many. A lot of this, you know, this is basically what I'm trying to say, is this is focused on family. Like there's something that you maybe could consider saving away to be helpful in your home life, your family life. So then we have the Hotzin, which says flourish through maintaining tradition. So this, you know, these cards, these 2 here, are really showing it's like a real big display of feathers and, you know, what you've got going on, just not being afraid to put it out there. And it looks like you have the information and the knowledge to back up, you know, putting your skills out there and what you have to offer. You're following a tradition and you've learned well. So that's really wonderful as well. So now we have the blackbird, which says open to psychic awareness and recognize portents of the future. So yeah, you know, these 2 cards also similar, just like a lot of similar energy coming out. So the owl is, you know, obviously can see in the dark, can see through illusions, and can see what's coming. So that was in the beginning of your reading. So, you might have worries at times or whatever the case is, but you're really being encouraged to use all of your gifts, even your intuitive knowledge and your psychic gifts. So, if you have seen something or sensed something, this is really spirit calling you to listen to that inner guidance. There's also a full moon here, and we just had a full moon a few days ago. So maybe something happened that day, or you got some senses that day, and it would just be wise to really believe in that, believe in what you're getting there. So we have the secretary bird, which was in reverse, and it says, be rid of your enemies. So this is another kind of common theme that's going through your reading as well. You might have like an enemy in your midst, or someone that you could view that way, like an adversary. So it seems like your intuition has to do with, believing that that person's energy is in the reverse. And I mean that as saying, like, it's not really going to affect you because you have already seen far enough in the future to know about some things to do, putting yourself out there, really letting yourself shine, not hiding your light under a bushel and all this stuff, and that there might be a need to save. So you just really don't need to worry about this enemy is what I'm getting here, Cancer. And then finally, we have the Carmine Bee Eater, which was also reversed, and it says flourish by asking for the help of the powerful. So, like I said over and over again, Cancer, you have a lot of magic surrounding you, just like a lot of etheric energy, but it can really be used to your advantage. So if you're just feeling like in your career and finances, you haven't seen this come to fruition, or it just seems like things haven't come together yet, maybe this final step is just asking your higher power for help on whatever this has to do with for you, because it definitely seems like that is out there for you, that spirit wants to help you. So that is what I have for your career and finances reading, Cancer, for the first 2 weeks of April. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment, subscribe, share, and I'll talk to you again soon. Oh, and if you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. Thanks.